Are you getting ready to sell on Etsy? Or are you already selling on Etsy but you're struggling to make sales? In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can rank your Etsy listings in search so that you can make more sales and do it all on autopilot. All that and more coming up. If we're just meeting for the first time, my name is Sarah, and I am a full-time blogger who also sells on Etsy. And I understand how hard it can be to sell your listings. And one of the easier ways to sell your listings is to get your listings ranked in search. And we're going to go over what all that means and more. So the first thing we want to talk about is what is SEO? Because SEO is what you need to get your listings ranked in search. So SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. So when you type something into a search engine like Google, YouTube, or Etsy, because Etsy is a search engine, the website will give you the best possible result based off of whatever it is that you've typed in. But how do websites like Google and Etsy know what results that they need to give you? They do this by using keywords. So anything you type into Etsy is considered a keyword. For example, if you typed in something like digital content calendar, all of these different results would pop up based off of those keywords. And Etsy sellers know this process, so they put their keywords in strategic, specific places so that their listings will show up when you type in those keywords, like the title, tags, and description. And when they put those keywords in there, it is called Search Engine Optimization, or SEO, because you are optimizing your listing in search. One of the ways to do well on Etsy and sell your listings on autopilot is by ranking in this search, which is what I mentioned before. And ranking in search just means when somebody types in a keyword like digital content calendar, your listing is going to be one of the ones that shows up at the top. Hey, real quick, if you're getting value out of this, make sure to hit the like button down below, and if you want more content like this, don't forget to subscribe. But you may be wondering, how do I find these keywords that people are searching for? And here's a couple ways that you can do that. So let's take my social media content calendar as an example. Let's say I haven't created the product yet, but I'm making the listing right now, and I want to see what keywords I need to insert into the description, into the title, into the tags, so that I can make sure that I rank in search. So if you look up monthly content calendar template on Etsy, my listing right now will pop up. Actually, both of my listings will pop up. So this is kind of like a preview that this strategy actually does work. But let's say for this example that it's not there yet because I haven't actually posted it. This is how I would get the keywords to make sure that it does rank in search. I know that I am making a content calendar for social media. So I'm going to type in some of those words into search and see what comes up. So for example, if you type in content calendar, you're going to see Instagram, template, real estate, and fashion. Well, I'm creating a content calendar template, so those are one of the keywords that I'm going to jot down in a notebook or in a Word doc or somewhere so that I know that's one of the words I should use. And if we click on content calendar template, we know the strategy works because there's both of my listings ranking right there. I know I'm creating a social media content calendar, so let's try that one. When I type in social media content, just to see what else will pop up, you'll get results like bundle, planner, calendar, ideas, templates, content calendar, printable. So obviously not all these keywords are going to be able to fit because the word for Disney travel agent is not what I'm working for. So you don't want to use every single word on here that you see. You're obviously going to want to use the ones that are just specifically directed at whatever product it is that you're making. And these are a couple words that I can use in my Etsy listing. So if I look up social media content templates, there is my content calendar right there. So again, this is another word that we know works. The second strategy that you can use is checking out other people's listings and seeing what words that they use. We don't want to be stealing any ideas here, but if you can't think of any words, you can just go into other people's listings and see what they have as their title and start typing in those words and seeing if anybody would be searching for those. Unfortunately, with this method, you can't actually see the search volume for these words, so that's a bit of a downer. On Google, there are actually tools that you can use to see the search results and the search volume, but unfortunately, Etsy doesn't actually have something like that as far as I know. So the best that we can do is find a keyword in search because we know those words are searched often, because Etsy will try to give you the most popular and best possible search results when you search something. So that's pretty much all we have to go off of. Now that you know your keywords, where do you actually put them now that you have them? So let's hop over to my listing for this social media content calendar, and I can show you where I put mine. Here's the listing for my Twitter content calendar, my social media content calendar. And as you can see, as soon as you click on the listing, you can immediately see what you're looking at because I have put one of my keywords into the photos, and it is the very first photo that you see when you click. So you know exactly what it is that you're getting as soon as you click on it. And as a matter of fact, because they have previews, you can see what this listing is before you click on it, which will hopefully, if people are searching for this, make them want to click on it. So one of the places that you can put your keywords is in the pictures that you give to Etsy, preferably the first photo, so that people will know what they are and hopefully click on it if that's what they're looking for. You can also look at the title. As you can see, it's not a normal title. It doesn't just say Twitter content calendar for social media or something really short. There are a ton of keywords that are packed into this title. If you look at any Etsy listing, you're going to see this. You're not going to have just 1 or 2 words or even 3 or 4 words for a title. People try to use, at least I do, I try to use every single character that you are allowed to for your listing. So words like social media / digital content planner, content calendar planner, editorial calendar. So these are all words that I have found have been searched. So those are what I'm going to put in my title as well. Another place you want to put keywords is in the description. So if we scroll down here and we check out my description, we can see that the very first line of text is explaining what my product is. Social media content calendar template for Google Sheets or Microsoft Excel template. So that way people know exactly what they're getting as soon as they open the listing and look at the description. And you also want to put it throughout the description as well, but the good idea is to put it in the very first line so people know immediately what they're looking at. Now let's go into the back end of the listing and I can show you a couple more places that you want to put your keywords. Right here we have the tags and materials. So tags are useful for keywords as well, and as you can see I have all 13 tags used, and they are all different variations of the same thing. You don't want your tags to be wildly different from each other. You want them to be similar because you don't know what people are going to be typing into search. One person might type in content calendar and one person might type in editorial calendar. So if you have both of them in your tags, you'll have both of those searches covered for your listing. Another thing you can do, which is optional, is materials. Mine does not have a lot of materials to it because it is a digital download, but I managed to find Google Sheets, Excel, and digital for some of the materials that I used to create this product. If you're doing a physical product, you might be able to have more tags than me, but since mine is digital, there wasn't many materials that I put into this, so those work for me, but there's still a few more keywords that I can put in a few more places. Now here's the thing, Etsy SEO is not easy to figure out at first. It is going to take time for you to know how to work on SEO and how to get your listings ranked in search. And not all of your listings may rank in search. I have 3 total listings and only 2 of them rank in search. But that doesn't mean that I cannot get listings to rank in the future. So don't get discouraged if your listings don't rank in search. There are so many different ways that you can sell your Etsy listings, like through social media. You don't have to have your listings ranked in search to be successful on Etsy. However, getting your listings ranked is one of the ways that you can sell your listings on autopilot. If you want to check out the last video I did, which is all about how to set up your Etsy shop and make your first sale, you can click or tap the screen right here to check out that video. Or if you want to see a video that YouTube has personally picked out for you, you can click or tap the screen right here to check out that video. And I will see you next Thursday. Bye!